I've been such a naughty goth. My makeup and 9 to 5 work desk area is in quite a bit of disarray. Um, just really quite messy. So the plan is to clean and organize so that we can get this back to tip-top shape. But this is my work and makeup area. Please join me in my quest to reduce the mess. So it's really cringe to me to show you my desk in such disarray. Oh, it's really bad. But I think it's fair and right. You can't see me in that mirror. Good. I don't have my makeup on. I don't want it. Anyway, I think it's fair and good that I show you how things really are. Now, you would think I'd have enough storage, but everything is just like thrown in there randomly. Empty packages. It's really bad. I finish getting ready, and then I'm just so done with it that I just throw everything anywhere. And I guess this is true for a lot of people. Another drawer of randomness. But the goal today is to try and organize this and get things to where I can quickly find them. See these guys. I guess that was for eye things, eyelashes. This is nails. This is rhinestones. I mean, there's some sort of logic to it. This is just dolls kill white eyelashes and those little things you put on your nails. And foundations and some primer. More foundations and mascara. Randomness and a vape thing. What else do we got here? I think these are like little detailing brushes and some white foundation and some concealer and some other foundations stuck back there. I've got a few eyeshadow palettes and a lip mask and a avocado face mask. And here I've got lashes. I don't know if you've noticed in my last few videos, but I think I finally am able to say that I can put eyelashes on now. So next step is my contacts. And so here's more randomness, more palettes, some of those Phase It little like sparkly stars that I've yet to try, some face jewelry. This thing has just a hodgepodge of stuff in it. And so, yeah, this is where I work every day. So I need to get it cleaned up for the weekend. Those items, the dragon and the little donut guy, are not normally there. Those are actually for my plushie Dreadfuls, but I haven't done that video yet. Up here, I've got some sunglasses, mostly Killstar on those. Got some backpacks up here. I got those really good deals when Killstar was running a sale. And then up here is where I have my tiki mugs. And these are some gorgeous prints from an artist whose name escapes me at the moment, but I will place their information in the description and on this video. But aren't those gorgeous? You should check out their website. They have just tons and tons of amazing art. And then here I have the box for my guided tarot book. I hope to start doing some witchy videos in the future here. I really like this for explaining the Rider-Waite tarot deck, but also I have another set of books. One's a coloring book from another artist slash author that I will be sharing soon. And then this is what's called a Laman for the Ordo Templi Orientis, a little occult group that I'm what they would call an initiate, and I'm an ordained deacon in their Gnostic church, and also a what do you call it? A novice priestess. At some point, I'll probably go into more detail on that. There's Abrasax. And my Minerval degree initiation from OTO, Ordo Templi Orientis. And yeah, so this is our starting point. Now we'll have more progress videos on how I update all this. See you soon. So part one of this, I think, is just to remove all the things and clean off the surfaces. I need to get at least my eyeshadow brushes washed up, because I just did my face brushes recently, so I'm going to get those started and just start cleaning surfaces. So, update in the next video. By the way, this is what I use to clean my makeup brushes. I've used it for years. Nice and gentle, seems to do the trick. So here I'm basically just taking things out of my little mainly eyeshadow brush holder and putting them into groups to be sorted out later. I'm going to now clean the brushes and its little holder, and I'll be back. Do any of you have your favorite makeup brushes? This one right here, which God only knows where it came from. I've had it for ages. Come on, focus. Focus. Doesn't want to. My goodness. This one. I've always loved it. No idea where it came from. But I use that for fine lines. And it's getting a little bit frayed at the end there. So I'm probably going to have to replace it. And then this guy, I really like a lot. Does this say where it came from? Nope. No, but I like how it has the fluffy brush end and like a flat loading or packing brush here. And then I do like this guy, but it's seen better days as well. I think that's like Sonia Kashuk or something. It's barely readable on there. And I believe that's where my fine line brush came from as well. But this guy is good for just loading on. I usually use it for my lighter shadows to load them on. And just the shape of it helps to go around that part of your eye. Real nice. So, and then I've got some new VE cosmetics that I really haven't broken in except for a little. So I'm going to just clean them all And, oh, this little guy is what I use to clean up my eyebrows. I put some concealer on there and chisel them out when I do. So, yeah. All right, let me get to cleaning. So this is where I'm at right now. I wasn't going to take these out of my top little drawer there in that little thing I had all my makeup on, but then I ended up finding a brand new Epic ink liner and a couple of Jolie Beauty lipsticks. And this, which, I don't know, I wasn't all that thrilled with these, but it's good for just a non-makeup day. The butter gloss. Extra little hair thingy. So I'm going to clean all this out. And then this is kind of where I'm at with everything else. I'm basically kind of doing a Marie Kondo kind of thing where I'm just taking everything out. And now I'm kind of grouping them into specific departments. And then I have to go through those and see what I really want to keep. And then brought some more stuff over here, my extra palettes, foundations, primers, some of my eyelash stuff. So yeah, this is where we're at right now. I still have lots more to go. Check back later. Hey, it's Mr. Bob's cousin. We'll call him Mr. Bill. So does anyone else ever get just like totally overwhelmed by cleaning out drawers? And I really do suggest this idea of just putting like things together, and then that way you can go through them in smaller sections. But yeah, I do tend to get very overwhelmed because, wow, here we have all the things, right? No. Still have to clean my brushes. So, yeah. And then we have more over here. So much fun. And I still have 3 more drawers to go through. So I'll check back later. Okay, so since everything's already out, I figured I'd just go through a haul of what palettes I do have. So first we'll go with the Lime Crime. I love this Venus 3 palette. I've had it for a long, long time. I mainly use well, you can see what I use. But it's nice. I kind of just use that sporadically to tone out some of my makeup looks. I don't know, it's just adding a cast of pink or purple. You wouldn't know it was there, but sometimes it's just a really good thing. And also I use this one a lot as well. The Venus Immortals palette from Lime Crime. And this one, again, you can see I use this one a lot just for those highlights. And then I use this a lot to deepen up when I use the Soft Glam palette, which I'll get to shortly. There's a darker maroon color, and then I go from that to this to black. And sometimes it's a black from here, sometimes it's a black from there. It varies. Just one I'm feeling like at the moment. Don't look at me. So, and then this one, which I really haven't gotten into because it stays in my drawer, the Venus XL. And this one has just a lot of very soft glam. Don't look at me. Soft glam colors. So I'd like to explore that one a little bit more at some point. That one's that. Also from Lime Crime. And then Alien Cosmetics. I really love for the color shifts. It's a really pretty palette. I haven't got to use much, but I'd like to. And I've had many of these for a long time. Like this one right here I've had forever. But I was so thrilled when it came out. And it's messy. But I use this one a lot. This one just fell apart, unfortunately. But I use these a lot. And so when you see those shimmers many times, that comes from this palette. And hey, it still works. So the heck with expiration dates. Is that a goth thing? This CoverGirl, I've tried maybe once. I don't think that it's very opaque and that it blends very well, but I'm going to try it again in the not too distant future because it's really hard to find good grays, in my opinion, that work with my skin tone. And this dancing green, this is from Essence. Essence has a lot of really cool palettes that I was doing this one for greens, but a lot of times these are too sagey for what I'm looking for. But I believe I did use this on the like that Ouija board plant thing I did with the yes and the no. I used some of these colors in it. And then Soft Glam, I've got 3 of them. This is my most recent one. I just love this color right here and this color. So I don't use a lot of the others. I just these 2 and these 2. Never use that. Rarely, if ever, use that. I should check it out. But as you can see, I keep going to pan on that light one. So I do try and use up some of these, but yeah, I got to figure out what to do with that. So I don't want to be wasteful. And thank goodness I didn't get the huge palette of this. But this one's reasonably priced. So every so often, I use it so much. Even when I do a look that is different, I find myself going back to these, at least that light color, because it's just nice and opaque and it blends so well. This one I haven't really used much. I need to delve into. This is Essence Sin City. It's where I'm from. And this one I got because it looked like it could be really interesting, but again, I haven't really delved into many of these shades. Not really my aesthetic, but every so often you want to do something a little different. So that's why that's there. Now this one I use quite often as well, because for a time anyway, the white in it was really opaque and everything, but I don't know, it's kind of faded. But it has some really solid colors. I've used these grays a lot. This purple, that white, obviously. The black is really good. They're nice. I've used these reds and this red. They're just really nice and opaque, easy to blend, easy to work with, low fallout. So I highly recommend this palette. It's kind of just like a little bit of everything. I think that was $29. I think I got it from Beauty Bay. It's the Be Perfect Cosmetics Scepter, the Vivienne palette. Then I have some old school Juvia's Place, because I haven't been back to their site in a while. I have used these recently on one of my purple looks, and their makeup is really high quality, good stuff. And I have a few palettes from them. These are fairly old, several years. But look at some of those colors. It's gorgeous. So I need to, I tried to take a picture of all my palettes so I could use it as a quick reference when I'm looking for something in particular. But have I looked at that? No. So I really do want to make some use of these palettes. This one I was using for a while. That color right there is really cool, as is this. Should go back to that for when I need a real sparkly white look. But these are very solid eyeshadows, reasonably priced, as I recall. And this is another one. Could make some use of that. Maybe that deep red. And then, of course, Jolie Beauty. I have 3 of her palettes. And I'm going to keep these till they break apart or whatever. But really, really high quality eyeshadows. And somewhere in my video I'll have I think it's just a referral link. So if you do buy something using that link, I don't think you'll get a discount, but it does help me out. So in case you wanted to. And the Sorceress palette. Beautiful colors. I use this one frequently, especially for the purples and the greens. I definitely use these greens for the Ouija plant witch look that I did. And then Golden Skies, I also use these when I'm looking for like nice blendable pinks and reds and sunset colors. They're gorgeous. So even though I paid decent prices for these palettes, and then of course they're shipping, they are worth it. They do last. I'm going to use them till they cause my eyes to bleed, and or they're just no longer working. But I don't know. I think the shelf life on these is much better than 3 to 6 months, I think, is the average. And then I've got VE Cosmetics, this palette we're all very familiar with, and I have used it, I believe, on the Plant Witch, but I really want to make better use of it. I keep wanting to make a video to promote them, and I haven't gotten around to it, but this gorgeous palette here. And then, you know, I wonder on these, it's like there's no black. Oh, there is a black. What was it I was looking for? I don't know. Yeah, so I'll have to do a review video for VE Cosmetics, because it is a beautiful palette, and I know I've used it on something recently. And then this one I'm having a little bit more trouble with. The colors are great, but certainly using them all for a single look would be a little tricky, I think, maybe, but maybe not. Maybe I just need to work harder. So it has a lot of nice reds and purples, maroons, a little bit of gray. So I should really try and think of a look to showcase this one. But their shadows are very high quality, low fallout in my experience, and they're a great company. I believe all of this makeup is vegan friendly. More and more often, at least when you go with the smaller brands, that is the case. And I have this. I haven't used this. I mean, I think I used it like maybe once for the green, but I'd like to. I don't do that many, you know, bright makeup looks, as I am very gothy, but it might be fun to try and do something with that. Then this palette, the Natasha Denona Xenon palette, is a gorgeous palette. Some of these grays don't really work with my skin tone, I find, but I really love this. I use these for, you know, when I need a sparkly gray, usually. I don't usually use the matte colors on this. As you can see, I've dug into some of these. But it's a gorgeous palette. Not a cheap palette. But again, It's very blendable, high quality. Now this one is Deck of Scarlet still around? I've had this for a good long time, and this might be one of the ones to let go. Because honestly, I've had this since I had my condo in California, I think. I don't know, it's been a long time. But this I did get a lot of usage out of. These colors are good. Just nice. It was a good quality palette. Might be time to let it go. I don't know. As long as it doesn't cause any eye irritation and I can use the colors, I'll probably end up holding on to it. And then what else do I got here? Ace Beauté, the Nostalgia palette. This has some really gorgeous colors. And so I should refer back to this one. It does have a nice green in there. Always looking for greens. But the purples and dark mauves and whatever those colors are, they're gorgeous. Very blendable. Great palette. It's the only thing I have from them. And then, last but not least, I did do a showcase of this one, the Dark Divine palette from Cursed Cosmetics. Love the packaging. And this, don't look at me. Don't look at all the mess back there. Don't look at it. Yeah, so it's a really fun palette. It has the bottom row there are all UV. No, they're not all UV, but they're all water activated liners. The black and white, unfortunately, I mean, it's understandably on the black, but the white is not UV. I found that out. Maybe I'll link that video when I'm mentioning them. Might show them in a card or whatever. Okay, so that's basically it for my eyeshadow palettes. I think that's entirely it. So, still working away. Be back later. Bye. Okay, I am pleased to announce that I have successfully reorganized and cleaned my little makeup area here. If you can see, here I have fresh new cotton swabs. I have all my lip glosses, all of my, eyeshadow, eye brushes are here in their very special place. And then here are all my face brushes. I put my very few perfumes here. I've got the face setting sprays here. I put all my white eyeliners in this little area. I put all my crayon eyeliners that I use to do my waterline here. And this is a brush eyeliner, my one brush eyeliner that I have. And the rest of these are like felt tip black eyeliners. Some random little tools. These are all my fun, like, stamped eyeliners here, and these are my colored eyeliners that are not black and they're not white. Here's my moisturizers. Here's all my nail polishes, nail files. So that's all organized now. So how about the drawers? So here is where I basically put all my foundations and highlighters and powders that I don't use on a regular basis. My concealers I don't use on a regular basis. And then here's all of my lipsticks. And I really need to think about, basically I just use this one. That's my go-to black lipstick. So, and then these are lip liners. There's a lip gloss back there. I have all my Jolie Beauty lipsticks. So I need to explore maybe using some other lipstick colors. Try and use those up. And then this one is a majority of my palettes and some makeup removers. And this one is like costuming, do-it-yourself stuff. These are my new contacts that I hope to use soon. And like kind of Halloween makeup products here. And then here I've got just hair stuff. And this is Overflow brand new makeup. And this is the same as it ever was. My curling iron and gloves. And then here we did quite a bit. These are my fake nails, nail glue, nail clippers, all that. These are all my face gems and glitter elf like eyeliners. Look, it says Goth. I love this little skull brush. Anyway, this is, so my hope is to do get ready with me's. I have my primers, foundations, contouring, and powder, and highlighter. So first step, you know, all of that, I can just basically take out that drawer and pretty much everything should be there. And second steps are eye primers, mascara, brows, all the stuff I use for brows. And this is just random stuff. Has an extra set of nails, those masks you saw earlier, and those detailing paint brushes. And then here's everything sorted and organized. This is actually a standing desk, if you're wondering why it looks so weird. And I had this white desk, and I've always used it as my work desk. I work remotely, and so I wanted to goth it up. So it kind of works, I think. And then basically to make it stand, you just push up on this, and hopefully everything doesn't come crashing down. But see, I can work at a standing, because it does get tiring just sitting all day. So there you have it. I haven't really, I put some of the eyeshadows that I use most often over here off to the side, and my little extra face jewels. And this is all pretty much the same. These are all earrings from my friend Sin. I'll leave her information in the description, but basically you can buy these on Whatnot. If you go to her Instagram, she has a link to her Whatnot. And these are some of my most used earrings, a couple bracelets, some Dolls Kill little purses, and a Marilyn Medusa business card there. That's where I get my lovely collars and bibs and chokers. So I really love her stuff. Anyway, let's see the desk area with all the lighting. So yeah, I'd say it's a pretty cozy vibe. And then I got my shelves back here. They're always fun to look at. All right, have a wonderful day, evening, night, wherever you are. And please remember to look out for all your fellow goths and alternatives, both online and in real life. Until next time, love you all. Bye.